I'm Dave Donaldson, welcome to Grip Tips. Today we're talking about walkie etiquette. Today we talk about a very important topic. It's how to communicate with the rest of your team. But before we get into walkie etiquette, let's talk about the walkie in general. This is probably the very first thing that you should ever buy when becoming a filmmaker. It's called a surveillance. The price range on a surveillance is actually $60 to $150, and I'll be honest, the more money I've spent on a surveillance, the happier I've been with the quality. Now, all surveillances look the same. You have the mic, the speaker, and the earwig that attaches to the speaker. Let's take a second to look at the earwig. There's two different styles. One is an in-ear plug, and the other is an ear mold. The plug closes up your ear completely and makes it hard to hear anybody on that side of your head, and to be honest, for me, it's completely uncomfortable. But surveillances are usually sold with these plugs already attached. The ear mold is nicer to me because I can still hear everything around me, and the mold doesn't get annoying as quickly in comparison to the plug. Next, we have the tube that leads to the speaker, and there's really no options for this except that you could buy it in different colors. But a quick tip that I can give you is that sometimes this will fill up with water, either because of condensation or rain, and because it is filled up with water, you won't hear anything, and you'll think that your surveillance is broken, when really the only thing that you need to do is blow air through it to clear it out. If you're going to do this, make sure that you detach the tube from the speaker before blowing air through. You can do this by twisting the tube lock and pulling the tube out. Moving on, it's generally a good idea to attach your walkie to your surveillance and then drop it down the back of your shirt. Then grab the walkie and attach it to your belt where you feel is most comfortable. This is a good idea because it will help you organize the cables of the surveillance from the walkie, and if you leave the cables free above your shirt, you will more than likely pull the earpiece out unintentionally when trying to reach for something. If you look at the speaker, you'll notice a little clip that you can actually clip to your shirt. And what I like to do is clip it to the part of my collar that is opposite side of my ear, then tuck that part into my shirt by folding my collar. Then stretch the tube over to the other side of my neck and loop the earwig into my ear. This will help prevent my earpiece from falling out. So now that we've talked about the different parts of the surveillance, let's talk about how we communicate with the other crew members. The only thing you have to do in order to speak over the walkie is hold the mic button down. Once your surveillance is officially plugged into your ear and your microphone is where you want it, you'll turn on your walkie and you'll say,
"Walkie check."
And you'll get a reply with,
"Good check."
This is telling everybody that you're officially on walkie and that they can hear you.
Copy that.
This just means yes or okay. To get a crew member's attention, you will first address them by your name for their name.
Dave for Sean.
Their reply will be go for their name.
Go for Sean.
20 just means your location, so somebody will ask,
"Hey Sean, what's your 20?
And then you would tell them.
I'm in the kitchen.
86 means to get rid of or never mind.
Hey Sean, 86 that C stand. Copy.
Instead of saying 86, they could also say strike the C stand, but that also means get rid of it. And the next one is ETA, which I think everybody can understand. It's just estimated time of arrival.
What's the ETA on those shot bags? 2 minutes. Copy that.
You might also hear fly in, which means to bring in quickly.
Fly in those shot bags. Copy.
10-1 basically just means you're going to the bathroom. Then there's 10-2, and I think that this probably is more of a joke than it being serious, but it's caught on to being more serious, which basically means you're going to take a
Okay, and roll sound.
Roll sound usually comes out of the production channel, and all other PAs will echo,
rolling.
This tells the entire crew that we're doing a take and they should be quiet. Sometimes on set you need to say more than just walkie etiquette, or a crew member just needs to talk to you privately over the walkie. So the term go to 2 or go to 4 simply implies to switch to channel 2, which most productions have as an open channel. You will answer back by saying switching.
Sean for Dave. Go for Dave. Go to 2. Switching.
And the person that was asked to switch to that channel will then switch to that channel and say,
I'm 2. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Dee-dee-dee-dee. There they are, standing in the room. Bum, 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 bum.
And when they are done talking, both of them will say back to channel whatever they reside on.
Back to 7. Back to 8.
And speaking of channels, each department is located on a different channel. For example, 1 is production, 2 is an open channel, 3 transpo, 4 open, 5 props, 6 camera, 7 electric, 8 grip. And this will keep going depending on how many crew members and how many departments you have on a set. If you're ever curious which department is on which channel, just look at the bottom of your call sheet.
Please don't eat your mic.
This is kind of an aggressive way of telling somebody that they are talking way too close to their mic or that they're yelling into the mic. You generally only need the microphone about 3 to 5 inches away from your face. Anything closer than that and everything will come distorted to the rest of your crew members. This is personally not the way that I would try and handle this, but I would probably pull them off to the side and say, hey, I think you're you're talking way too close to your mic, but saying it this way I feel is a little rude. Hey, here's another annoying sound. This is the result of two crew members trying to talk over the walkie at the exact same time. And the only antidote for that is to be one of the other crew members that's not talking on the walkie to yell, steppage. Steppage! By yelling steppage, this is telling the other two crew members that they're stepping on each other's transmissions. And if I be the one that be stepping, then I will actually sit there and count to 5 and wait for the other person to rebroadcast before I decide to broadcast what I was going to broadcast. That is all that I have for you guys today. If you liked today's episode, please let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on my Twitter right here. I have 1 week left until I give away an entire roll of cello screens, so make sure to watch that episode. Also hit the subscribe button. We'll see you every Friday right here on Grip Tips. Just bad English. Yelling Stamos.
Yelling
Stamos.
Lets everyone know that you have beautiful hair.
Stamos!